that's now an odd picture. So let's just move on from that.
Doesn't work like cartoons. It just hurts a lot and causes blood.
Yeah, let's move on to another thing that can hurt a lot, which is fighting games. And the newest one we're going to talk about is Pokken Tournament.
Yay!
We actually got to play it a little bit. Me and Zach did. Adam's been... What would be the right word for you?
Professional?
Binging it?
Yeah.
Obsessing.
Perfect. Great. Amazing.
That would be his terms. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm
I'm
far
magical.
from any of that. I'm still learning a lot of the advanced mechanics and even some of the basic mechanics. Canceling out of movements, choosing when to go on the offense, what jab to do after blocking.
Button mashing does not work. Trust me, I've tried.
Okay, well, basically, the game came out. When did it come out?
Friday.
Friday, because it's
In the States.
in the States. And it's been out in Japan roughly around 8 months. Arcade, then to Wii U. It's a Wii U, of course, exclusive because it's owned by Nintendo.
It came out in the arcade first?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
In
That'd
Japan.
be
Japan
fun.
only.
In Japan only.
That'd be cool to have that.
Also, I have one major thing to correct because the information source that I had initially was that the only had options for Wi-Fi or local for 30 FPS by using gamepad and touchscreen or gamepad and regular screen. There is a correction to that. You can do LAN, so you can connect two systems and have it function completely properly. So it does have compatible viability.
Okay.
I wanted to correct that because the initial information that I had for that was wrong. So if you are interested in a new fighting game that has different sort of mechanics, this is definitely one that can have a competitive scene.
And it's built purely as a fighting game. I mean, honestly, it has about 14, 15 characters on the roster currently. And
14, right?
15.
Yeah, there's 2 Mewtwo's, 2 Pikachus, 3
Oh.
starters, 2 ghosts, Machamp.
Yeah, and then it has those as playable, and it's going to have DLC, 4 confirmed, though. That you said, right?
Based on the character selection screen, yes.
Yeah. So supposedly it's going to have DLC because
Yeah.
because if it's an arcade game, usually arcade games actually update and add characters in the roster, and usually they will transfer that to the console games as DLC. It's actually has a practice mode online, as you said. You can set up LAN parties, and just story mode, which is just basically a league or a tournament style fighting. Practice mode and 2-player. And with that, you've mentioned how all the characters are unique in the play style.
Yeah, I mean, there's similarities between a lot of them, but each one does have its own different range that it prefers, speed, movement, what attacks it wants to go into, when, that kind of thing.
And how would you say the pickup ability is? Do you think it will take like a lot to practice and to be perfect at, or do you think anyone can pick it up and be really decent at it?
If you've played pretty much any fighting game at all, Smash Brothers included, it's going to be something you can pick up fairly easily. If you
I don't know.
If you haven't played fighting games, okay, pick up and play. Like if you're talking like Zach here, someone who spams
Rarely.
up B when he's playing as Samus and doesn't really know what any of the buttons do, then yeah, sure, you're going to have as much trouble as any other video game because you're going to be pressing random buttons. But if you know what buttons do and how they correlate to the character's movements, then you'll pick this up just as well if you've played any other fighting game.
I could see that because when I actually played with you a little bit, first round we played about 2 matches just so I could get a feel, so I could actually talk about it. Pick Charizard against Mewtwo, which is pretty much your best right now currently.
Yeah, I love mix-ups. I love teleporting. And I love long range. I love the ability to get people off me. So Mewtwo fits perfectly.
Yeah. So when I was playing with you, first round was just plain defeat for me. Like you just dominated me for the most part because I actually didn't.
I tried to remember to let you just play around and hit moves, but I have a very bad tendency to completely forget that and just play the game.
Yeah, and I noticed that, and I was trying to feel how the controls are, how to get an idea, how to do combos. Second round we played, though, was a little different. I actually sort of get more cooperation. I was figuring out more and more. And actually, near the end, I was actually putting up a little more effort where you were going, oh, crap, this is getting a little trickier.
It was where you were, making actual moves that would work within the spectrum, and even without having familiarity within the mechanics or the system change and things like that. Just having a little bit of time to understand, like, the base movement options for the character. So the base concept for it, it's going to be something that is very pick up and play friendly. The competitive aspect
with
for
the combos and the
yeah, like picking each option, like what's safe, what's not, reactions and stuff like that. That part's a lot more deep, and by no means do I think I've even scratched the surface on it.
And Zach here has played several matches with you.
Mm-hmm.
How many matches did you play really, roughly?
What was
9.
it? 9?
How did you feel about it? Since you are more inexperienced with the gaming world compared to me and Adam.
Okay, so I wouldn't know about that, but you said inexperienced.
Yes,
okay.
in the world of gaming compared to
Yeah,
me and Adam.
100%. So for me, it was a lot of button mashing until I found something that like a pattern. I was like, oh, hey, this works. This does damage. I'm going to keep spamming this. My play style.
And it
And
stopped working.
first I used Garchomp and Garchomp.
Or Chomp.
Garchomp. And, I like the way he moved. He moved fast. He did damage pretty decent. And I was able to learn his move sets. And then I fought against Mewtwo with a Suicune. That didn't work. I could not learn the move sets. I didn't like the playstyle of Suicune.
You got your butt handed to you.
Pretty much.
Christian was there watching the whole time, so he could give you point by point too.
And then I got to use a Blaziken, which was a little bit more close combat, more fighty style.
Not the person to fight Mewtwo. I can say that.
Definitely not.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you get in range, you can go for a lot of your pokes, which you were doing in a couple of the games, and it shuts out a lot of my options. Like if I go for anything that's going to try to deal significant damage or truly get you off me,
He needs
the
distance
timing
and time.
for it and the execution need to be flawless.
So pretty much what you're saying is practice makes perfect.
Well, yeah, but that
Goes
could
with
go-
anything.
Yeah, it goes
but
with anything. It goes so
it's
far.
where if both players are on an even skill level, it's not going to be a huge detriment. Blaziken versus Mewtwo. And if anything, I could actually see it going the other way because Mewtwo has to have the precision to get through what Blaziken's throwing out, whereas Blaziken only has to work on getting in. So it's just a matter of which player can maintain the range that they want more effectively.
And how did you think about it, Christian? Because you watched it, you observed how the game's played.
I mean, it looks like a fun game to play.
Okay.
The only thing that, which I mean, you are talking about, there is going to be DLC. I think that the character amount that they have is really low, just because it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then again, I realized, okay, this is a real fighting game. This isn't like Pokemon Stadium where, or like Game Boy style, Pokemon where it's just use tackle.
I would.
It doesn't
I
work
heard
that
this.
way.
I heard this joke that's like, man. So this is what we're missing every time we just see them attack each other, isn't it? When they do raise leaf and stuff. This is what it's really happening, and all we see is push forward.
Exactly.
So I'm going to hijack this conversation for a second and bring some bad news. Did you guys hear about the Pokemon company director killed in the windstorm?
You mean designer?
Or yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry,
Designer. Yeah,
Eric Medell.
He got
Yeah, he rest in peace. But I guess he died at the age of 42, killed in a windstorm on Sunday afternoon. A fir tree fell on his SUV, and
They were able to save his child.
yeah, they were able to save his toddler.
But not him.
Yep. So he had he worked on Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and other games.
So absolutely none of the ones I've played.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we've played all those. He did a lot of design for them. Like I think he did the symbol is.
Yeah, he did the logos for Pokemon XY and Pokemon Black and White.
Oh, so those were some of the logos that I liked a lot better. So
And the television anime, as well as a number for the Pokemon movies, too. So
Still sad.
sad to hear about that. So please rest in peace. Prayers go out to the family. But that was my little take on the Pokemon. Since we were talking about Pokemon, I was like, hey, perfect time to bring it up.
Okay. Well, let's move on to a positive note now.
Okay. Speaking about gaming, I do have a couple of things, though. I did not know about this, but tell me if you guys knew about it. Xbox Live cross-network play feature allows multiplayer between different consoles.
They're talking about it.
They are
but-
talking about it.
but they aren't like saying it's going to happen. They're considerate and thinking maybe a possibility. Do you understand what it means? Though?
So it's saying that it connects PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows 10.
Yes, they are talking about it.
Okay.
This is not a for sure thing yet.
Yeah, and that's sort of I mean, that'd be great for gamers.
Well, right
Great
here
for
it's,
online gaming.
Yeah, great for online gaming,
which
but
I love.
At the same time, it would also be bad for a lot of main Call of Duty players and shooter fans because there is a pretty hefty advantage to keyboard and mouse shooting versus console.
Yes.
It is something that can be minimized as the difference between it, but there is still that innate advantage towards keyboard.
You could
and mouse.
probably definitely notice like the gameplay when you're playing the game. You could be like, oh, he's using PC. Oh, he's using PlayStation. Just
Yeah,
depending on the
that,
style.
and you also have to think about this. Like, let's pretend we get Call of Duty, and a person has to decide between either PlayStation or Xbox One. Let's pretend he's buying a brand new system. Either one works, he doesn't care. That actually may reduce the chance of one company getting another sell to the other one because it doesn't matter anymore. Because remember, all in all, everything they do equals money. They have to make money somehow.
Yeah, that's very
Now,
true.
as a Call of Duty player, just throwing this out there, when it comes to, because I've played it, on Xbox and I've played it on PlayStation, and the way I see it, and not saying that, don't anyone take this wrong, but it seems like whenever I play someone on Xbox, I don't know if it's maybe because there's just so many more people, but it seems like I have more of a challenge on Xbox than I ever do against people that play on PlayStation.
Huh.
Because I can play on Xbox all day, it'd be pretty even, and then I go to PlayStation and I feel like I have just dominated.
Well, what was the last Call of Duty you played?
Black Ops 3.
Is that the newest one?
Yes. Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare.
He stays pretty caught up on his Black Ops.
Okay.
Well, actually, there was a shift fairly since the PS4 versus the Xbox.
Yeah,
One
that's
came
what I
out to
was
start
thinking
up.
about.
It's actually more people are on
The PS4.
PlayStation
Yes.
than
Than
there
the
are on
Xbox.
Xbox. So the people that are hardcore fans that have played on Xbox 360
Have
Mhm.
stayed.
have
Usually.
stayed. So you have a higher chance of running into people who do it for money or to try to get that.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, it's not supporting Call of Duty right now. The first game that's going to cross network play will be Rocket League.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. That is a great game, actually.
Yes, it is fantastic. I actually played it yesterday.
Yeah, and it's a really easy game, actually, to
Pretty
start off.
pick up and
And
start playing.
but though
yeah.
it's like what Adam likes. It's like after a while you learn strategies, you learn how to play with the others, and it does get challenging.
When did you guys hear about this information?
I heard about it this week or last week.
I heard about it about last week.
Okay,
mid last week.
it's saying here on Monday it will begin supporting cross-network play on its Xbox One platform as well as on Windows 10.
See, I
Well-
knew because Sony
well, that-
still
that's-
because Xbox One and Windows 10 are Microsoft,
Right.
so that would make sense why.
I can see that. Yeah, that I can completely see, and they have done that before with Halo
And they've done
at
that.
some point.
And they've done that before with I think Final Fantasy 14, right?
I have no
believe
idea.
so.
Huh.
But I'm not Corey. So
Okay,
yeah.
I got a couple more things here. I know I'm kind of hijacking, but not going to talk about that. Talking about gaming, just a quick heads up: Gintama franchise gets first smartphone game.
Whoa.
I know you guys aren't excited, but I'm super excited.
I have a One Piece game I've been playing on my phone, and I have a Final Fantasy one. So
It looks fun. I can't wait. I'm not going to go into information about that, but
You know what else?
I thought
has
that would be a final
cell phone game?
thought.
what?
You know what else has a cell phone game?
What?
Kim Kardashian.
We really had to go back to
Let's
that.
not go back to that. Okay, let's change it to a more positive note. Let's talk about GDC.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to throw out different subjects in GDC, and let's start off with one that should be pretty easy. One, award ceremony. GDC always has a gaming award ceremony, and I'll list the winners here, and we could give our opinions, and I'll list also who were nominations. Okay, first one, Game of the Year. Nominees were Fallout 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, Bloodborne, Rocket League, and the winner was Witcher 3.
It was what?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
Wait,
I've never
you
even
didn't list
heard
that
of it.
as one of the nominations.
Oh, that was the nomination.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
I was confused. Like, wait, something that wasn't nominated.
No,
won?
no. It's nominated. I'll list all the. I should. all
Okay, so
three.
what is Witcher 3? I've never even heard of it.
It's
a action RPG
Mhm.
that is for mature audiences because it features boobs.
a lot of sex too. Well,
Um,
yeah.
and then
Okay, so I'm gonna write down Witcher 3.
It's a PC. It's for consoles too. It actually has, it's the third in series. It actually did really well. Gameplay I heard is really good.
Is it on all platforms?
All platforms.
Okay.
Cool.
From what I've heard, basically think Skyrim but better.
Yeah.
Oh, great! I'm gonna lose my life.
Yeah. But all in all, what do you think of the list for Game of the Year? I mean, that's
I think Fallout should have probably won that.
From what I've heard, I would actually say Witcher 3 deserves
Witcher
it.
3 deserves
Really?
it. But
Yeah.
I mean, all these games are really good games. I will admit, this list is a pretty set list, and they have a lot of honorable mentions, which I wish I could mention, but that'd be a lot of stuff.
We're like 5 of them.
Her Story, Super Mario Maker, what else? Undertale.
Any GTA on there?
Nope.
Bummer.
But
GTA wasn't released
yeah,
that
that's
year.
like 2-3 years old, dude. No, it's older than that, isn't it now?
Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, it's like 3 years.
4? Yeah, coming up on 4.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Dang. I'm behind.
Innovation Award, Her Story, Super Mario Maker, Undertale, Splatoon, and The Beginner's Guide.
Hang on, I'm gonna guess Splatoon.
Nope. Anyone else want to take a guess?
I'm gonna go with
Wait, what is this
either
for?
Her Story or Undertale.
Innovation Award. That means it's most innovative for gaming.
And what were the options again?
Her Story, Super Mario Maker, Undertale, Splatoon, and Beginner's Guide.
Ooh, Undertale could be.
I'm about to say it'd probably be Undertale.
Okay, so you guys Undertale, what did you say?
Then I'll go with Her Story.
Her Story.
Really
Have you guys not seen it? It's a really interesting idea, actually. I want to
sounds
play
like a
it.
horror game.
It's actually more of a crime game. You basically play a detective, and you're trying to solve a cold case, and they give you all like the video recordings of the suspect, which is a female, and you have to watch it, analyze what she talks about, and figure it out. So it's really interesting because it's like watching old VHSs. You have to use those to help you find clues and information. It's a really interesting game. I want to play that one of these days. I keep forgetting. Best debut is the next one. Studio Wild.
Best debut.
Yeah. And it's basically from publishers or companies. So one is called Studio Wildcard. They made Survival Evolved, Toby Fox Undertale, Moon Studios, Ori and the Blind Forest, Moppin, Downwell, and Still Crate Games, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. So the best debut company.
That would be pretty good, but the Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, but I don't think that one would win.
It's probably Undertale.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could be
Okay.
Undertale.
Do you have a choice, Adam?
Because I don't know the other
Did
ones.
you say Evolve was on that list?
No, Survival Evolved.
Okay.
Ark Survival Evolved. Is this the one where you first-person caveman try and build technology and stuff, and you poop?
Lol.
I'd like to say it would be Undertale, but I have a feeling it's one of the ones I'm unfamiliar with.
Which
you
one?
mentioned like 3 different ones that I haven't even heard the name for.
That's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
exactly.
So which one?
It was Ori and the Blind Forest of Moon Studios. It looks like a really nice game, though. If you watch the gameplay, it looks beautiful.
Huh.
Okay, best design for game. Rocket League, Metal Gear Solid 5, Bloodborne, and Fallout 4.
Probably.
Best design? Are we talking...
Like graphics?
I think so. Or gameplay.
I would
or something.
imagine that would be mechanics.
Yeah, I would say mechanics
Okay, I'm
would
gonna
be-
say Metal Gear
Okay.
because that was a huge deal.
The mechanics on that game, from what I've seen, are really impressive.
They
Yeah.
are. I'm playing it. It is amazing.
I got to play it a couple times. And
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I'd probably say Metal Gear as well.
Okay.
Rocket
Yeah.
League,
Copycat.
Rocket
I was
League,
going to say it, but you open your mouth first.
Rocket League is a very unique and innovative twist to a couple different genres.
Mhm.
So, with especially the detail level for the mechanics to maintain balance, it's an interesting little subset. Other than Metal Gear Solid and Rocket League, what were the other two?
Give me a sec.
Fallout
4. 4 and Bloodborne.
No, definitely
Bloodborne.
neither of those.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
know.
but those are redone.
I'm gonna laugh if
rehashed.
those are it.
If they are, then somebody got paid off because the other
Truthfully
two are,
told, I like this. Like, their award ceremony is a lot better than, like, the video game awards. It
that
doesn't
just
seem...
told me that one of those two won. I'm going to go with Rocket League because one of those two refined the system a little better than either of the others.
So
Which
it's
one
probably
won?
Fallout 4, the one that none
Rocket
of us
League.
picked.
yeah. Okay.
Aw.
Yay!
See, that's why I like this list better, because the games make more sense. It doesn't seem like a payoff, really. To
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Good.
Adam gets a cookie.
Okay.
Yay.
Best handheld/mobile game. Lara Croft,
Gintama.
Lara Croft Go, Fallout Shelter, Downwell, Her Story, and Alphabet.
I'm surprised Clash of Clans did not get in there.
No, it's an old game. This is
This is-
like
yeah,
within
this
the
is-
year.
They
2015.
just came out with a new one.
Now that's 2016 though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is all for 2015.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm dumb.
Okay, so what do you guys say on that?
Repeat them.
Lara Croft Go, Fallout Shelter, Downwell, Her Story, and Alpha Base.
Alpha Base.
Okay.
Fallout.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Her Story. That sounds like something that would fit very well within a mobile.
Winner is Adam. Her Story.
Stop winning.
Adam, no. See, Adam, like he's fitting with this list. He's like, this list makes more sense than I thought.
Okay.
And
how many more categories?
There's like best audio, best narrative, best visual art, best technology.
What's the best visual art? That'll be our last one.
Okay.
Well, I want to know what technology is.
Okay, we'll do those two.
Okay. Best visual art. The choices are The Witcher 3, Ori and the Blind Forest, Star Wars Battlefield, Bloodborne, and Splatoon.
Which one's this?
Best visual art.
What were the first three?
Let's see. What did I say?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Star Wars Battlefront.
I don't know. What
Definitely
Ori and
not
the Blind
Star
Forest
Wars.
looks like.
I'm going with the Forest one. Just
Okay.
because he says he doesn't
I'm
know
gonna
what
say
it's about.
Splatoon, even though I don't know, but
Splatoon has very unique graphics.
Yeah,
and
that's-
it's very artsy in a unique way.
well, I mean,
So-
it's its style.
Yeah, and I like that about it. So I could easily see that taking it. Witcher 3, as far as visual style goes, it's something that has a bit of has been done, so it's not unique, but it is still visually appealing. If I was gonna go with one, I would probably pick one of those two. But I'll go with Witcher 3 just because that's the graphical beast of them.
Okay, and what did you say?
I said Splatoon.
Well, he's already smiling, so I know Adam probably already.
Nope,
No.
actually, you got it right.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Which one
That-
did he say?
The
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was what I would have gone with originally.
I haven't
and you
seen
stole
it.
it from me.
Okay, last one we'll do because there's only a few more.
Yeah, because I got something to talk
yeah.
about GDC.
Best technology. Okay, choices are Just Cause 3, Fallout 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, I was about to say probably Metal Gear.
Um,
Now, is it talking technology towards the game or the technology in the game?
Don't no, I wish we listened to it so they could explain.
Okay,
because they
hang on.
usually explain.
Are you going to keep your guess of Metal Gear?
Yeah.
I'm going to change it.
What are you going
I'm going
to
to change mine. Read the first three again.
Just Cause 3, Fallout 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Witcher 3, and Metal Gear Solid 4.
Just Cause
Just
5.
Cause. Dang
Okay.
it.
So who's getting that one?
Okay, I'll change mine again.
What are you going to say?
What was the second one?
Fallout 4,
No.
Star Wars Battlefront,
Definitely no.
Witcher 3,
Sure.
Witcher 3.
Yep.
Ha!
When you said Witcher 3, I was like, I could see that taking it over Just Cause.
Yeah, I got a point.
Well, I mean, honestly, the list and the award ceremony seems a lot better. It
Oh, yeah,
seems
no.
more variety. It seems like they actually made it because a lot of them you could feel like, oh, this is paid off, or they don't include a lot of games that you're like, well, why is this? This one has more of a mixture. It has both East and West. It has a good variety of choices, and they have a lot of honorable mentions in each group. So that means there's a lot of other games that didn't even make the list that were still good.
And for the
Like-
fake point standing, by the way, Adam came in first place. I came in second place. And
Whoa, whoa,
Christian,
whoa,
you
whoa,
failed.
whoa.
No,
Whoa.
he got that. I think he got 2 points. I
He
know
got-
for a fact he got one that was the one that I didn't know the graphic at
Don't
all
take
on.
my second place away from me.
Zach,
At
you're in
worst, you
third.
tied.
I think I came in third.
But anyway,
Okay, so you wanted to talk about something now, Zach. What was that?
Yeah, hang on. Let Adam finish.
Oh,
his
okay.
the really short version is usually it's indie titles that win something like that
Mhm.
because they have to bring something new to the table if they want to stand out. They aren't falling back on something that they've already created.
Mhm.
Now, that's not to say, like, for example, Witcher 3 or even Fallout 4, something that does a refinement towards what already works is wrong or bad. It's just that as far as innovation goes or really stepping up the plate, unless you do something that's a really massive overhaul, it's not going to be something that deserves, that title for the year. Now, it can win something like Best Game because if you take the core mechanics and you refine it again to a certain degree, that's going to be the best game of the year because that's the one that people are going to be spending the most time on, the one that's going to be most talked about. But as far as when it comes down to innovation or really taking what you've got and stepping it up, a lot of cases it comes down to the indie game.
So, well, yeah, that's true too. But you see that it's a good mixture. You see why they each one won their division. But all in all,
No, I can't say that I would disagree with anything that I heard there.
And you've heard what the nominees are, and all of them make sense. I mean, a couple of them are a little weird, but you understand why they were placed there too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Christian, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you know of anything that was supposed to be released in the first half of 2016 and is now going to be released in October with a price of $400? And I'll give you a hint. PlayStation. No guess?
I'm drawing a blank here.
All right. Because I already know that they know.
Yes.
Yep.
It's the new PlayStation VR headset. Debuts in October.
Oh, virtual reality.
Heck yeah.
This
why don't you just go buy the new Galaxy S7?
I want to know, what are your thoughts on VR? Because
Virtual reality?
mine are very neutral. Like, it could be fun for some things, but I don't
Yes.
want it to interfere with the regular controls we have for video games.
Exactly.
I don't want it to be another Wii.
I'm gonna admit that this year GDC was VR centric.
Yay. I'm
One
excited.
of us was sarcastic, the other was not.
I wasn't. I love VR. VR's amazing.
I think the thing about it is I would have to actually try it in
Oh,
multiple...
you weren't there that day, were you?
No, he wasn't.
I got to try the Oculus Rift. It's awesome.
Well, you can just shut your dirty whore mouth for all I care now. But no, I would have to actually try it and see how it is, because I haven't actually got to play it. I've seen people play it. I've seen what the picture's supposed to look like, but in person, it's completely different.
It's very different.
Yeah. I want to say, like, from my personal perspective, I want to use it for mainly watching movies and things like that, getting that full immersion.
I think if you play the certain games
Certain games.
Yeah, no. I totally agree with your theory. Is that what it is?
Perspective?
Perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
I totally agree with that. Like certain games, it's definitely going to be only towards those games.
Now, see, like, I can see virtual reality really working well more towards racing games.
Racing, Call of Duty, first-person shooters, videos.
First-person
Oh,
shooters are going
God.
to be a double-edged sword.
Yes,
true,
it is.
True. But mainly, I mean, it's, like Minecraft. That'll be
Yeah.
fantastic for that.
Like, more reality-style games, I think.
This is
Or
again.
puzzle games that are 3D.
Can I say one game that Zach would play if it does come with VR, and supposedly it does?
Oh, heck yeah.
Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
In the face.
I could tell. Like, I see a list of PlayStation VR games. I could name a couple.
Heck yeah, please. I'm really curious. How many are coming out?
Supposedly, I think at least 30.
30?
Well, no. This is a list, but I don't know when they're confirmed to actually release.
Now, is this just going to be an attachment that you can have for the
Okay,
PlayStation?
here, look over here, Christian.
Wow.
So this is the VR headset,
Okay.
and it's just pretty much, it looks very similar to the Oculus Rift,
Okay.
except it has like this helmet head thing that straps to your forehead and around the back.
So it makes you look like a weirdo. Got it.
But I guess it comes with lots of cords, some headphones. I don't know if
Is it going to be wireless at all or no?
I do not know, but it does not look like it. There's a lot of wires here.
Okay, here's
Now-
a couple of one that Zach may play is Ace Combat 7.
No.
Yes, he would play that.
That actually could be a good one for
Oh
the VR
my
yeah.
God, that's gonna be amazing.
Another one that's pretty big is Ark Survival Evolved. That one because a lot of people like that.
I've never played it.
Oh, Chernobyl VR project. I will admit that looks really interesting.
Chernobyl?
Chernobyl.
You know the
Oh.
Chernobyl disaster that happened?
Meltdown.
Yeah, the meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually having people go in and so you could see the whole setup, the whole town. You actually travel through that town.
Well, to an extent.
Okay, yeah, I do remember watching a video of this. They went through and took pictures, very, very detailed pictures of every square inch of that place.
Uh-huh.
And they said it's really creepy. And you got to remember, there's also radiation, so they were only able to stay there for certain amounts of time.
That is something they're going to do. You're going to actually be able to, almost like feel like you're going to go through. and
Dude,
see that.
I'm so
I just want
totally
to see
down
that
for
because
that.
that is just crazy that they would do that.
Literal
And
modern day ghosts.
Yeah, and this is the cool thing. They add in things like ghost or little things that pop out. So it's going to be kind of like a horror thing.
See,
Not horror.
I don't want that because
I
if
do.
something pops out in front of me and I got these goggles on and I don't know how
No,
close I
that's
am
why,
to something,
like-
I'm gonna break something.
That's why it's got to be funny when we do horror games with it. Another one that supposedly is a demo is Final Fantasy 14.
Wait, he said break something. I don't think you break your pants when you pee in them.
Well,
I don't know.
I thought a screen
I was talking more like
or one of our
you know,
faces.
you know how everyone has the fight or flight.
Yep.
So it'd be more like
I had to make that joke though.
Yeah, I
okay.
know.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity VR.
No.
Yes.
No. That's just asking for crap to come into your house. No, thank you.
Star Wars Battlefront VR experience.
Lame.
Yeah,
Tekken 7.
Mm.
I'm naming
Oh,
games.
so Dead or Alive. Yay, Jiggle Boobs, Tekken.
Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
I don't even know that one.
You played that one. We tried playing that one.
Wait, is that a sequel?
No, it's going to be the same.
I played
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
It was
That
the
was
one
the
we
horror game that you
the
didn't get far enough in to actually be scared.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's actually a really fun game. I got to finish.
Yeah,
it.
I could
I did
I
finish
would
it, and it
probably
was pretty good.
really enjoy it with the VR.
Oh,
Yeah,
it would
I
be-
would love to get you on recording playing that.
And there's a
game
bunch
with
of
VR.
other games. Oh, Psychonauts. That would be interesting to see. Project Cars, and I mean, there's a lot of other ones, but some that don't have really big names, but they got a decent list.
Is there any racing games?
Project Cars is one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking
Like Forza or Gran Turismo.
No.
I was about to ask if Gran Turismo was going to be on it.
Hold on, is Gran Turismo a PlayStation only?
Yes.
Okay, and I didn't
It's
see that.
it's the Forza of PlayStation.
Yeah, okay, that's why I was checking. No, I don't see it here, but as I said, this is what they confirmed, so it may
Okay.
be later at dawn.
Dude, I hope so because that's going to be so much fun.
Apollo,
I
yeah.
will
Oh,
buy it.
Allison Road is horrifying. I want to play that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know
Yep.
what
I think I played that one time,
You
like
pl-
the very beginning.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Is that the one where you, or am I
It's-
thinking of the one that I played, where you drive up to the gate and then you get out of the car and
No,
then
that's Outlast.
Outlast. Okay, so
Allison
that
Road is
Outlast.
basically taking PT and actually telling the story because no, it's never going to be a PT.
Ooh.
And so
Okay.
it's a different version of PT.
Okay.
So yeah, and they have a bunch of other ones, but as I said, those are some. So that's what we have for the VR in that aspect. I mean,
PT on VR. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
that'd be horrifying. But
I don't know
also-
if you guys have noticed or not, but I like horror games on the VRs because it's gonna. Oh my god!
I
it's
am
so
scared
much.
of horror games.
I-
That's
okay.
why-
Listen to
Outlast
this.
on a VR would be creepy.
They've done that. They've done that.
I love horror games. Hate horror movies.
Holy crap! You should see
you like the
list.
interaction aspect,
Yes.
where you don't have to watch somebody doing something completely
and
stupid,
you have control.
and then you do the something stupid.
Yes.
Yes, he
Yeah,
would.
there's a
And then
lot
you
for-
get so scared that you just automatically, on purpose, start doing stuff on stupid, like, oh my god, it's coming right at me. I'm gonna go right at it. Yeah. It's so much fun.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's with Sony. I would say for the other systems, but there's a lot of games on those too.
Except for the fact that Zach would, it'd be something where he has to go down a hallway where there's like 100 doors, and it's guaranteed something is going to get him. He would just close his eyes with the goggles on and just run.
Swinging. No. All right, let's see what other things happening on GDC. The tribute to Iwata was pretty good. I mean, that was really nice tribute. It was very calm.
Sad.
It was sad. It was about 3 minutes long. It was really good. It was good. You both saw it. What do you think of it?
I thought it was touching, like a
I thought it
very
was-
nice tribute to his work and what he kind of brought to the world.
Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen the video, it's a really good video. It's only 3 minutes. I said it's a black and white, very simplistic music, and yeah, it was very touching to see that. And if you guys have time, go see it because he's done a lot for Nintendo, good and bad, but more good than bad. So it's really good. Another thing is Microsoft and their parties.
Oh yeah.
With Microsoft, they had to make an apology because of the party they had that one night where they had women dressed up as high school girls.
What does that mean exactly? Like, can you
Like,
can
are
you
we
define
talking-
what dressing up as a high school girl
Let
means?
me go see if I can get the
Are we-
Short
detail.
plaid skirt, belly shirt that's preferably probably white.
Or black.
Tell me, whenever
black.
you've been stuck in traffic driving through, say, Mingo to get to 71st to go shopping, and it's at school time, what do you see? Normal clothes.
Right.
So when you dress up as a high school girl, does that mean you're wearing normal clothes?
No, you're supposed to be thinking private school.
So,
which I don't know why.
But even though
Okay,
all
but if you
private
think
schools
private
have really
schools-
long dresses,
I've noticed
Yeah.
that.
So, what are they dressing up as if they're dressing up as high school girls?
we're thinking of
The
Japanese or
Halloween,
Chinese?
the Halloween slutty version.
Yes.
Right, but that's not actually dressing up as a high school girl. That's
But it's the
dressing
sexualized version.
right, which that's creepy. I
True.
don't disagree, but
Here's,
it's
one image.
it's creepy if it's defined as.
Oh, they don't
such.
even have tops on. They just have
No.
bras on.
No, whoa. There is a top. It is tied. I can see the knot clearly.
There's more bra there than shirt. There's more belly button ring than shirt.
Okay, let's see if I can find more images here for
Now,
you guys.
see, here's one thing. They can apologize for it, but at the same time,
It's already happened.
it's happened and it was a party. I mean, now I can understand if this was like a banquet for them to.
Oh, they got
Get
leather boots and
funding.
everything. Because all
what high school
schoolgirl
girls wear leather boots? Like what would it? Okay, I'm legitimately curious here because if it was, we're apologizing for the male models that dressed up as high school boys. Does that mean that they dressed in poor taste? Like what does this mean?
in
like-
polos,
Yeah, like,
popped collars.
there
Ralph
is not a
Lauren.
uniform for high school boys or girls in the States. Now this would make more sense in Japan, but at the same time they wouldn't be apologizing for it; they'd be endorsing it.
I do like your guys' idea that you guys said earlier about a better idea would be dress up like gaming characters.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah,
Yes and no.
kind of.
Yes, no, because they could take the idea and go slutty version.
Okay, so why did they get in trouble for it?
Because it was a private party, so people took pictures and put it on Twitter, and
Oh,
then
well,
Well,
See-
if it's a private party,
Yeah, like
then
what difference does it make? Some guy made a private party and it was invite only. If you get offended by something you see on Facebook, hello, it's Facebook. Get used to it. Go
Yeah.
away.
right?
If you don't like it, scroll on.
If you
Yeah,
get
but-
offended, don't have a Facebook.
It's just how they
the
are.
only issue I have is, did they actually like try to label it as dress like a slutty teenager? Like, how did that part get it mixed into it? That's what I want to know. Like,
Probably one of the Microsoft dudes up there probably has a schoolgirl fetish.
But okay, again, like, what schoolgirl are we talking about here?
The sexy slutty
The sexy slutty
Right.
schoolgirl.
So it's something that doesn't
Fantasized
actually
version.
exist. It's
Right.
something that is using the moniker of schoolgirl while
As-
not actually having a connection to the real world.
Exactly.
So shouldn't we change what the definition is so that
Well,
it
yeah.
decreases the connection to pedophilia?
Hang on.
Should.
Let's come up with a definition right now.
Okay, that's not going to work, but sure.
I'm gonna call it Garbazio.
What?
I don't know. Just first word that popped in my head.
How about
How-
fantasy slut?
Yeah, or I don't know, liking mini skirts and bras on women
Well, yeah, I mean,
because
that's just
that's pretty much just a normal thing.
The skin shower.
Okay,
I suck
but,
at names.
Zach. You should not say the skin shower because that could go into a completely wrong direction.
I love that they also mentioned that they had earlier that day a women in games lunch event at GDC 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Hang
So-
on,
Okay.
because we are running really long on time. So,
Okay.
Remember, this
I'm
is
gonna
the
go
late night special.
yeah, sure. If it's a late night special, we're completely going a different route. Not that far. Turn back.
It
Make
is
a
in the
U-turn.
dark.
Wait, but we're talking about slutty schoolgirls.
No. All right. Final thoughts.
Now that's just creepy.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. Okay.
we'll-
I have a final thought.
Okay.
So,
Mine's
have you guys ever played Resident Evil?
yes.
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 'Kay. Did you guys know that they're coming out with a perfume?
No.
This smells like dead bodies.
What
That would
is-
be funny.
No.
That would actually be hilarious.
That'd be like a Walking Dead theme there.
Is this perfume meant to attract the dead, repulse the dead, make
What
things
does it
stiff?
What does it
what
explain-
are we going
yeah,
for
explain
here?
the smell.
Okay, so a new perfume created by Capcom will go on sale, but customers might want to be on the lookout for some suspicious, quote-unquote, side effects. The T-Virus perfume is named after the...
T-Virus in the
from
game.
T-virus from the game.
hang on.
the movie.
It-
Hang on.
T-virus is in the movie.
Mutagenic. Go on.
Mutagenic.
We already said what it was.
Mutagenic virus created by the Umbrella Corporation that turns living beings into horrifying zombies in the Resident Evil video game series.
Yeah, we know
This
that.
perfume will be sold in limited quantities at the Capcom Cafe in Shinjuku, starting on March 26th for 4,200 yen or $37 US cash.
And we needed to know where we could buy it in Japan. Why?
Because we're right down the road, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in my car, drive right over there, and pick me up some
You
T-virus.
can order it online too.
Yes,
Well-
but apparently not. It's only for sale in Shinjuku at a very specific retailer. I
Anyway.
just need to hop in my SUV and go for a swim.
They will also have a First Aid Life Refresh fragrance spray too.
That serves no
That
purpose.
doesn't tell us anything. It's a
The
smell
website's in
terrible?
Japanese.
Does it
I can't
smell
read any of
wonderful?
this. I can't translate this page.
That's all I had to say. That was my final thought.
So I mean, I think it's more of a collector's item. You buy it, you put it on your shelf, and you never smell it.
Yeah.
At least smell it once.
No, because then you ruin the retail value of it whenever it becomes
What,
a million-
$37?
Whenever
to like
it becomes
$20?
$1 million later on in life when Resident Evil no longer exists.
Like my Digivice sitting here that's only worth like 70.
Why did you go creepy Valley Girl for that?
I have no
It was
idea.
like Man Valley Girl.
Yeah, right. Just what was that?
it's more like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
a drunk Valley Girl, maybe? Drunk Valley
And
guy.
let's have our ending
All right, yeah.
speeches.
Last thought. Go for it.
I already said my final thoughts. Christian, do you have any final thoughts?
I'll wait for a moment.
Okay.
You
Tien,
said
do
it.
you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Don't forget your George Foreman grill, fellers.
Whoa, whoa.
So slutty schoolgirls?
God dang it. Oh, gosh.
I don't even know what to say
I
now.
don't know. Okay,
Let's just end it.
Yeah,
Just
let's
end it right here.
Yeah, this is one of those
If you've
weird
made
ones.
it this far in this podcast, we salute you.
And
That's
Hey,
a great thing.
that
I
is
got-
a great thing to
Actually,
say.
I can say one thing. Hunter x Hunter is beginning again. The manga series is going to start again.
Oh, cool.
So that's a final thought.
All right. I'm Zach. I'm nerdy, dirty, and flirty.
Kristen?
I'm Christian and I'm still here.
Yeah, that works. Adam?
I'm gonna go play Mewtwo and punch things.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm Tien. Remember, don't regret the things you do, regret the things you don't. And come visit me on Twitch. Shinigami LDO.
Meep.
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 You're taking my meeps.
Meep meep.
Meep, meep.
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 All right. Bye, guys.
Meep.